I be Lee Pitts, and you might say, where in the world is Lee Pitts today? Where I'm here in McCollum Hall, right downtown Dunbar, right across the tracks, at a magnificent setting. It is one for the ages, as if I was doing the Masters tournament here in Pebble Beach. It is just a perfect evening as autumn falls and the fall cool of the fall here in South Florida, and the palm trees pepper the air. We are here at the Jazz at McCollum Hall. Over my shoulder is a world-class orchestra headed up by Brandon and Florida Gulf Coast University, and some other people are here as well to perform. Over 100 people are starting to file in. It is a plan that was on paper, that the reality of it has come out to be magnificent. Have one of the coordinators here, Lashaun, the Deputy Director of Marketing and Communication for the Community Redevelopment Agency for the City of Fort Myers, and she has done a yeoman's job. Lee Pitts Live is thrilled to have been the media sponsor tonight, hoping that we bring you all of the wonderful things that are happening out here, that they won't get lost in the rumors. Welcome, Sean, to Lee Pitts Live.
So happy to be here with you this evening on this first event, the revival of McCollum Hall. The revival of jazz in this very historic place, and this is a historic moment for us, and you being our media partner makes it even more special.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tell. I mean, it's everybody who's come over here, and I've interviewed them. Everybody just having a great time. They've never seen anything like this. And I've been around here for a minute now, over 30 years. I've never seen anything that really just shines an exceptionally positive image on what we can do and what we have going on here on this side of the track in the largest African-American community in Southwest Florida called Dunbar. Growing up here, all of your years here and being around, is this even special to you? And I know you've seen a lot.
Absolutely, because I have a very distinct memory of being hand in hand with my father, going to Styland to get some Stacey Adams shoes. And so, like anyone who is from Dunbar, like anyone who has heard the history of, McCollum Hall, heard the history of this being the epicenter of integration in Fort Myers, anybody who lived in this community and has seen McCollum Hall from 1938 to 2024, it's very emotional for all of us, right? And so, of course, being able to be a part of the revival of McCollum Hall as it is in redevelopment, and we're hoping, with these 4 events that we're doing here on that 4th one, we're hoping to be able to break ground for the community and for them to be able to step into McCollum Hall and be proud of what it looks like for today, and know that historic preservation is a worthy cause, and we are giving life, breathing new life into the history that deserves to be told and deserves to be preserved.
Tell our listeners on radio and our viewers on television, what is McCollum Hall and what is its significance to tonight?
So McCollum Hall was McCollum Hall was built in 1938 by Buck McCollum, and he was an investor, entrepreneur, small businessman in Dunbar. And so some of the history that Dunbar, all of this used to be where our community businesses were for the population at that time, during those segregated times, to have a place to go and buy things, to support the business owners in the community, to purvey your goods and your services. And that is what McCollum Hall is all about. Many of the very well-known jazz musicians came to this spot. It was one of the spots on the Chitlin Circuit.
Yes. Count Basie, all of them.
And history has it that when these artists came, in the beginning of the night, there was a velvet rope, and by the end of the night, that rope was down, because music does have a way of speaking to us across cultures, across, party lines, across all kinds of things. And so it was important as an commerce. It was important for entertainment, and it was important for cultural moments here.
It was so great early on. I talked to Stephanie Stevens, whom you know, and she was telling me about her mom, who's 92, and her dad, who has passed away. And she said, as young people, they used to come here and party and enjoy themselves. She said, just view this as this was post 192 of that era, and they would see Billie Holiday, and all of them would come here.
Yeah, yes.
And I was like, hey, Stephanie, you're the first real person that I met that knew somebody that used to be in McCollum Hall.
Right. Well, we're partnered with so many local people this evening. This is not only a CRA effort. This is, and let me tell you, all of the partners that are involved with us locally. So one of the things we wanted to do with the revival of McCollum Hall is to be sure that it was a community event. Collaboratory had a night market. You see all of these small business owners here, and they sunset that event. So we bought that into it. The CRA actually supports the River District Alliance that puts Music Walk on downtown. And so this is an extension of that. And you have all these small business owners here. You have Florida Gulf Coast University, you have Naples Philharmonic, you have you as our sponsor.
Lee Pitts Live.
Yes, Lee Pitts Live as our sponsor. And we did work with an organization outside of the area to come because they've been doing jazz concerts like this for 3 decades.
Okay.
But it is an amazing community event, and I think that speaks to what McCollum Hall was all about as well.
Yeah, when you first started this idea, you guys are in the office and y'all start brainstorming about things, and I would assume that this was months and months ago. To start that moving forward, and the next thing you know is voila.
Here. Isn't it?
How did that, you've been out here all day toiling away to make sure everything is run well, and it is certainly running well. Just seeing people walking through here, coming through here with their lawn chairs, it's just something else.
Great.
How did that make you feel to see a plan come to reality?
Well, anytime the fruits of your labor come to fruition, as we like to say, manifest. The manifestation of it is a beautiful thing. And to have all of these partners come together and do their part, and for it to turn out the way that it has, we're very, very proud of that. But it could not be if the community wasn't tied to this. This is important for the citizens of Dunbar. It's important for the people of Dr. MLK to make sure that their history isn't lost. And they are here supporting that this evening.
And what's so great about it is it's tied to the larger music walk or art walk that's taking place this weekend.
Yes.
Being on that map, being a part of all the events that are taking place, to bring people across over here to see what we have and see that we really have something nice going on this side of the track.
It's an extension, and we're saying, come on, drop on by as you're going downtown. Make this one of the stops, with Music Walk. And again, we are a supporter. The CRA actually supports the River District Alliance. They are one of our grantees. So all of this, whether it's downtown in Dr. MLK, in East Fort Myers, in Central, the CRA is committed to our communities. And when you think redevelopment, it is certainly infrastructure and buildings, but this is neighborhood stabilization, and this is historic preservation.
Absolutely. And eventually you'll have a groundbreaking here. You have this field that I'm sitting on here. We'll look back at this in history and say we remember when that was an open field. Well, this is that time, because there'll be some apartments here, some beautiful apartments. McCollum Hall will be renovated, and it'll be a shining beacon into the city and out of the city of Fort Myers, that when people pass here, I think it'd be one something. What's the name of it?
It's 38 Collective.
Yeah, 38
it's
Collective.
The ones that are doing this, and you'll be able to talk to those developers tonight. But it will be, and there will still be some space, not only the space at McCollum Hall that you can rent, but there will be some exterior space. The apartments are a little bit further to the right, and that is phase 2. The emphasis and the focus right now is on McCollum Hall.
Okay. And still maintain that look and keep all the historical perspective. But that's a historical landmark.
It is a historical landmark. It's on the National Register as a historic landmark.
Well, we're just blessed to have McCollum Hall here, and this is going to become one of the major tourist attractions here in Fort Myers as time goes on. Final question, Lashaun. When people leave here tonight, what do you hope they take from this whole experience?
I hope that it makes them nostalgic. I hope that they remember the heyday that was McCollum Hall and is McCollum Hall, and I hope that they are reminded of the incredible entertainment, the incredible entrepreneurship, just to be reminded of greatness.
And we see so many entrepreneurs all along here, vendors I've never seen. I've gotten a chance to bring some over here. We have the great Southern Charm Bistro, which we hope eventually will be a part of all of this at the end. And people just selling their wares, and they got a great audience to sell to. So it's a good mixture of all races, all economic statuses, demographics from around the city. That's looks like this is what the future has in store for us. Shout out to the Community Redevelopment Agency, all the fine work that they do in our community. Special shout out to Lashaun, who keeps her head down, but behind the scenes, she is able to. She is so beloved in the community and able to get people to move in the direction that she wants them to move. She even got me out here on a Friday night.
It's a really beautiful night to be here, too.
Isn't it?
And that music is so good.
This is playing some of that good old swing music from back in the day. So remember, Miami might have the oranges, but jazz on the green at McCollum Hall, downtown Fort Myers and Dunbar, and the Community Redevelopment Agency that has made all of this a reality has got the
juice.
They got the juice. We'll be right back with more sights and sounds on the award-winning Lee Pitts Live on NBC, CBS, ABC, Wink, My TV. We everywhere, people, and we're on the radio. We'll be back.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.
Hello, everybody. This is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show. And if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime. And also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.